So I have completed up to, okay, so I have completed up to AE and DTC. I guess this one is missing, I guess, marked yesterday. So it just concatenate with the year and month and date. Then I changed to the format, the same like ASTDTC. Okay. So I'll run this one. Okay, I run everything. So character values have been converted. So why this one is coming? 2084. I'm not sure. There is a something related to min function. It's asking 2092. So this is also min function. So that is changing to the character. So you okay with this all this thing, right? I check your yesterday the programmings for the task is okay for me, except the fifth one. So yeah, you keep it here instead of, we need in demo file, right? Not for the demo. Well, it gives the same thing, but we need in the demo file, so keep it here as option. So for the task one is okay, except for the sub and rep, which one you know it, right?
Yeah, but I tried. I tried what you sent, Ali, but it is still giving me error. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Why is not giving the tempo? So something is wrong here. So, AEN tempo. Let me check. One second, I'm just checking something. Does it change anything here? The values there. Input of catex. Okay, so this the temporary one, it only applicable when you have the missing values, but our AE and DTC don't have any missing values. So when you go check here, okay, so because I'm just explaining the concept of the imputations, I'm not explaining the imputation thing, because we already have all the data. Okay, if it is missing, then only you can see this works. So right now we don't have that info. We have every information for date and year, So there is no missing values here. That's the reason it doesn't work. So you can check. Okay, let's maybe you can update something, missing values with this date. Then you can try to update. Okay, so I put missing values for both and month and date. Let's check now.
Semicolon.
I'm sorry? Yeah. Okay. Now. New variable. So the ninth position, because the year come first. So 2. And treatment. So we check if it is works or not. Okay, so I already have it here. Still it comes to 713. Okay, so I'm gonna check this one after. Right now, it's taking too much time. Okay, so for now we leave it as it is because this just the numeric values are converted. Okay, but I will give the PowerPoint for the coding and everything. So I have the PowerPoint here. So how to do this, the imputations. Okay. So I have all this the PowerPoints. You can check. These are the rules. These are the general rules. You just follow these ones. Okay. Since our project we don't have any missing values, so I'm gonna continue with the ASTDT. Okay, so I will send this one to you, so I can have a look, check once. I'm not sure why it's not coming. So I need to check these notes. So it's coming with them. Okay, so the next variable is so we have derive AE and DTC. Okay, AE and DT, ASTT. So we got our AE and DT and also ASTT. Okay, so the basically why this one is having the same variable. One second. Okay, so here the AE and DTC. Okay, because we don't have any missing values, so typically the A and DT will be the same thing, like will be the same dates. Okay, but we have some different values here. We have some different dates. So obviously is the only date it's coming for all 7. Okay. but there is some error inside the programming, so I will check. I will check and I will come explain it tomorrow for that one. But right now, because I'm gonna directly allot this value, okay? So A and DTC, A and DT. I mean, sorry. So analysis ended. I will directly map to this date only, these dates only, okay? Because there is no missing values, and there is, I mean, there is no day, partial dates. There is no partial dates. So I'm gonna directly allot this one to AE and DT. Okay, so I just take this one out, AE and DT. Okay, this is a character format. Okay, so I cannot use the subst here. Here and so only the date part. So starting from 1 and 10. And here is it's a numeric, so we need to convert to numeric. Okay, so I put C here first. Yeah. Okay. So input of. So I can use YYMMDD10 dot for, because we are for ASTDDs is okay, right? Yeah, for AEST analysis started will be okay, but the problem with the analysis ended, the values are coming like the same date is for all the 7 observations, which is not the right correct one. Okay, the correct one would be, it should have to same date, because we don't have partial dates, so it should have to come like the same thing. So for, I'm gonna check the AENDT part. There is something problem with this patch code. So I'm gonna check that one, and I'll explain it tomorrow for that one. So right now I'm just removing this part, okay, to up to this one. So I just keep it aside. Not this one. Sorry. Maybe I can remove from here. For ASTGD is okay, okay. So ANDD have a problem. I will check the patch code. I will let you know tomorrow. Sure. So we got analysis started and analysis ended. Okay, so I'm gonna run this one up to. Okay, so we are good. So we got our analysis started, analysis ended. So the next variable would be the treatment emergent flag. Okay, the treatment emergent flag we have explained you initially, like if it is if any event it started after the drug, drug administration, that event would be considered as adverse event, right? Even if the event is present and the intensity was increased from mild to moderate, that time also we consider as adverse event. And those, those observations we consider as a treatment emergent flag equal to yes. We have to pop up. Okay, so either it's no or either it's yes. Okay, so we need to represent in a programmatical way. Okay, how would you do that? So if okay. So ADAE1 set ADAE0. Okay. So if analysis start date, okay, not equal to missing, because this is in a character format, numeric format, sorry, and analysis start date greater than or equal to treatment start date. Okay. So this is the way you have to explain in the interview. They will ask you what is the derivation for the treatment emergent flag. So the analysis started, which is the like we pop up, because so there is a difference between analysis start date and adverse event start date. Okay, analysis start date we usually pop up whenever you have a partial dates. Okay, whenever the partial date you do all the imputations, and you, at the end you map with the analysis start date. Okay, and it is the same date for the analysis adverse event start date. Okay, so there is a difference. I'll explain one thing. Okay, so here DT, okay, which is analysis started. So if you have any partial dates in your data, and if you do date imputation as per SAP, okay, and that time analysis start date will be derived. Okay, so you have to map it. For example, so AESTDTC, okay, like the VSSTDTC or LBSTDTC. So any date you have partial dates, if you imputate, okay, after imputations, that date will be considered AESTDT. Okay, analysis start date. Analysis start date. That's the difference. If you do some kind of derivation imputation, that date will be considered as analysis start date. Okay, and usually because our ADAM data set, the name itself we call analysis date, right? We do analysis, some analysis. So that time, if you do any kind of date, any kind of imputation for the partial date or time, that because we are not consider we are not talking about anything about time here, so I'm not going to talk about a time. It's only for the date. If we have any date, if you do any kind of date imputations, that time a analysis start date will be pop up, and the same goes to the end date. Okay, analysis end date. But our clinical project, we don't have any partial date. That's why I just directly map it with the AE and DTC. Okay, it's gonna be the same date, but it's in numeric. But if you do partial dates and if you do all the imputations, they usually will pop up like AE and DTT. Okay, or AESTDT. You understand, right?
Yeah.
Hello. So there's a difference. In interview, they will ask you in ADAM what date you will be consider AESTDTC or AESTDT, because what happened, you also consider as per the specification. Okay, so we don't have here anything for AESTDTs. Sometimes you consider AESTDTs also. But most of the time, if you have partial dates, if you do imputation, on that time AESTDT will be pop up. Okay, analysis started will be pop up. So so for the treatment emergent flag, you need AESTDT, because obviously you need analysis start date, right? So which means indirectly that is AESTDTC. Okay, so if analysis start date is greater than or equal to treatment start date, so obviously that is the definition, right? After the treatment administration, if the event is happen, then treatment emergent flag. Why is TRT? Because here it comes wrong. Okay, so this is wrong. So the actual is treatment emergent flag equal to Y. Okay. Else treatment emergent flag equal to no. Okay, for now we don't have the intensity. We not classified as a toxic grades, because in our project we don't have classified as a toxic grades. You remember we have EAE toxic GR. There is a variable which we don't have information. That's why we just leave it left. And so we don't do that kind of derivation for the treatment emergent flag for the intensity. If it is mild to moderate, if it was headache was mild and it was increased after the giving the treatment and it become moderate, and the time also you have to populate as a treatment emergent flag. For now we don't have that information, so I just leave it. Okay, so this is the way you have to derive, and this is the derivation you have to explain in the interview. Most of the time in India they will explain, they will ask you, but here they won't ask any kind of derivation. But in general they will ask you for the definition. Okay, you should have to memorize. If AESTDTC greater than or equal to treatment started, then treatment emergent flag equal to yes. Okay, you have to mention like that. So the next one is analysis period. Okay, so you need to map it when the event is happen. If we have multiple periods, so for our clinical project we have multiple periods, right? Period 1 and period 2, and which phase it the event was happened. So you have to explain that one in a programmatical way. Okay, so if the treatment start date, okay, is less than or equal analysis start date, the analysis started means indirectly adverse event started. Okay, because if it is partial date, then only analysis started will become. Okay, anyway. So if your treatment started, I'm sorry. So then a period equal to character format. First we need to choose the character format equal to period 1. Okay. Zero one. Um, a period equal to 1. Else if ASTDT so greater than or equal to treatment started ended it. Sorry, if it is greater than or equal to ended, then do a period c equal to period 2, a period equal to. So what happens if the adverse event is happen, okay, before the treatment started? Uh, no, after the treatment started, in between the treatment started and treatment ended, that would be considered as period 1. Okay, and if it is after the treatment ended, that would be period 2 as per our clinical study. Yeah, it's confusing, right? But I'll explain you in 1 second. The period screening and the period 1. Okay, I'm not sure where is the period 1. Okay, anyway, so the basically what it is mean, the if like which event, like in the A period means analysis period, which period this treatment event is happening, which visit subject is getting this AE. So basically you have to understand which visit the subject is getting that this AE, that period we consider as analysis period. So if you go to the implementation guideline, they will give the definition of the A period. 1 second, I'll stop showing. And this is very important in the interview. They will ask you what is the difference between analysis period and analysis phase. There are two things you have to see the definitions. Okay, 6th page, I guess. Sorry, this is implementation. Yes, here. Sorry, a period. So here, A period. So the A period is record level timing variable that represent the analysis period within the study associated with the record for analysis purpose. Okay, and so this is record level timing variable, and this is the where is A phase? Yeah, A phase is the categorized as a timing variable. So you have to understand this two difference, A phase and A period. They usually ask in the interviews what is the A period and what is A phase. Most of the people they will ask you. But you just check this permissible, the definition for the CDs, can check this one. The AFS could be the span of the time, screening, treatment, or follow-up. Okay, so here in our case, basically you need to know that the adverse event is happened in which period, either period 1 or period 2. So we have to write in the programmatical way. Okay, so if it is a period, if a period equal to 1, then treatment this period treatment analysis actual treatment for AE is 1. Sorry. Treatment. T01A is the period 1. Okay. If A period equal to 2, then TRTA, the actual treatment, okay, TRT0102A. So like this, you just mention, okay, we're just giving the derivation. The actual treatment is this one, and for the period 1, and if it is analysis period equal to, then actual treatment equal to treatment 02A. Okay. So the A period is done and treatment TRTA is done. Find which is the treatment fallen. Okay, if it is A period is fallen 01, that is the actual treatment 1, and if the A period started in 2, then that is the actual period 2. Okay, I will give the derivation, the patch code, everything for this one.
Right. The table is open.
Yeah. No, there is something. Treatment start date. (3106). This one. Is it treatment started or treatment ended? TRT as treated. Same thing. Let's check. Okay, anyway, we got our treatment emergent flag. So you see here, so 1213, okay, 1213. And when you check this one is treatment start date is 1112. Okay, so after the treatment, this event was happened. Okay, this event the analysis started was 1213 and the 1130 was treatment given. And if the November in the November month they have given the treatment, and the 12th month, I mean in the December, the subject got event. That's why the treatment emergent flag equal to yes. Okay. So most of them is the same thing. So that's the reason all the treatment emergent flag as a populate as a yes. And most of them are period 2. Okay, the event is happened, most of the adverse event is happened in the period 2. So if there is no after the period 1, I don't understand why everything is period 2. And the analysis period is 2, and the most of them are test with the test drug. Okay, there is a small correction. I'm not sure why is everything is only the test drug. It happens the events. I have to check that one. So there is a small. There was I think there is a something is wrong somewhere else. I have to check that one. Okay, so after this one, just gonna check why this one is happening like this. Column 28. Okay, anyway, I can check. So after this one, data, I will check. I'll let you know tomorrow for this batch of code. There is something problem with imputation. Maybe we missed something here. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check. So the final, so you put ADAM-ADAE, and you do the attributes only for the required variables. Okay, so only these 4 of them. So the remaining ones we already done in ADSL levels. We already done, so we don't need to do the attributes. We do only for this part. Okay. And set ADA1. So it went everything in the ADAM library. Okay, so up to here the ADAE was done, and there is this PowerPoint presentation because my PPT was not working, so I've just copied in everything in the Word format. Okay, so you're gonna have a check. This is the general, it's not following the SFP. Okay, so we are not following the standard operating procedure. Sorry, what is this? Okay, we have 38 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna check this part because why we having some the data will be the same thing, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna start the ADVS for now. So you understand, right? You understand the imputations general rule, but I'll explain. I will send you this form. You just go through it, and these are the general, the general imputation, the partial at how we do for the imputation. So this is about AESTDTC only. So analysis start dates. You can go and check